Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by Living to Do's review of The Shy, Season 6, Episode 6, called Boys to Men. Before I get started with the review, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance. So let's go ahead and get started with this week's review. The thing with this week's review, or this week's episode, was it didn't really give a lot to talk about, I didn't think.
I agree. I believe this is probably the most boring episode of The Shy out of all the seasons. I was expecting a little bit more. Didn't really get much, but there were some things that are some little seeds that are going to grow and to blossom into the next episodes upcoming.
I agree with that. Mainly, this episode was a lot of it seemed like a lot of the scenes were just a lot of nothing. It's going to probably just lead to something else, like you said. But for this week's episode, overall, I mean, we had Victor call in Rob to his office, and he told Rob the story how his uncle was killed and that he was there. And Rob said something like, "You know what that means, don't you?" And was Rob to kill Victor? Victor didn't do the killing. But I don't know. It wasn't clear how they made it. It's like open. Are you going to have to do something to Victor because he knew about it? Or what? But when Rob told his mother, Alicia, that Douda killed her brother, she thought Rob wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Basically, he wasn't strong enough to put a hit out on Douda or hit Douda himself because Douda was a kingpin. But Alicia said she was. Like, she puts hits out on people,
She's an assassin.
Or yeah, I can't imagine that old lady as an assassin. So it's interesting. So Rob did not tell Alicia anything about Victor. So the FBI did come and question Victor at his office. They showed him a picture that he was there at the scene or close by where Douda's body was found. I don't know where this picture all of a sudden appeared from.
Extremely odd picture. Like, if someone's taking that picture, you must see them because they were
Right.
on some empty dock.
Right.
And
you only got the car
there's three souls. One of them's barely moving.
Right.
And all of a sudden, there's some picture.
So, I think Victor is contemplating me. Oh, I think he told Rob so Rob could street handle it. You know.
But also, I think Victor believes Rob was sort of threatening him because of the message that he gave him.
That no, it's not unclear. But then he didn't tell his mother about Victor. So, is Victor in the clear, or is he going to handle Victor himself? And he is not a part of that life. He just wants to smoke his good weed and calm down and just relax. One other thing is, Barkari got addressed by Douda for getting in trouble with that car that he loaned him for the prom last week. So he knocked Barkari out. They don't have whoopings in the Shy. They knock them clear out.
They've been getting shot.
Yeah, that's true. And I guess Barkari took it like a soldier. He's walking around with it. He doesn't seem too ashamed. Maybe he's ashamed a little bit.
That he couldn't defend himself.
Yeah. Maybe.
Or he could have, but he probably would have died if he defended himself.
Yeah. And he tried to see Lene and have to apologize and check on her, but Nina met him at the door and said, "No, I don't think so. She's on punishment." Nina looked and noticed the eye. He didn't elaborate how that happened. And then he tried to leave Nina's house, and Lene's brother saw him. He was in his truck. He got in his truck and the two drove off, and they were doing some talking, which would need it to be done. Uh, I think he feels for what's his name? Jamal feels for Barkari, but he did say, this can't happen again. And he did also notice the eye, and he understood where it came from, how it happened. And he's saying that the only person he has to live for is Lene. That is so sad. But
it's a tough situation.
Yeah. But when Jamal dropped him off at his house, in front of Papa's house, basically, a girl was sitting on the steps waiting for Bakari, and it was his sister who looks a lot like him. They were separated because they went to different foster homes, and she is a rapper, and she's independent. She went to a party that Jemma was there, and it looks like Jemma might sign this girl because she's really, really good. She performed at the party they attended, and she was really, really good. Kevin was really mesmerized by her, and he told Maisha, who was also in attendance, how good this girl was. And Maisha, I never thought I'd see Maisha act like that. She all right. Because Maisha is, you know how she is. She seems to love everybody, I just never. She must feel a little threatened.
A little gangster look, like she had to put on a little competition.
There's a lot of scenes with Papa and his dad. They did a podcast together. Some beautiful words were said. It was very touching. There was dinner. Was it a nice dinner? One of their dinners was a nice dinner. It started to be nice, right?
Yeah, but it didn't end so well.
No. Papa's father found out that Papa's girl that he's interested in has a kid. And Papa's dad, does not want Papa to have anything to do with her. And then they graduated. All the kids graduated, and Papa's father saw the girl in attendance at the graduation. And when they got home, they were around the dinner table or at family time, Papa's father said, I noticed that girl was there, and I told you not to see her. And he said, Papa stood up to him. I'm going to do what I want. I'm a man, and if I want to see her, I'm going to see her. And then Papa left the house. He was leaving the house, and the dad said, if you leave this house, then you can't come back. And then Papa left anyway. He wanted to be a man about it the way he sees fit. So what happened was, while he's out at the party with all the kids, Papa's dad is at home in his kitchen. It looks like he's praying with the Bible. He's real serious with that. Somebody out of nowhere comes up behind him and chokes him to death, and he falls on the floor. And that's the way the episode ended. There were some other things. First of all, that was all very predictable. I mean, you're sad, but they very much held our hand all the way up to the killing. We already knew the way a lot of airplay with Papa's father, all those beautiful messages that he left. It was just, the writing was on the wall. It was easy to see they were going to kill poor Papa's father. And of course, I'm sure Barkari would be affected by this because that's the only father. Well, he pretty much knew in his later years. There were other things that went on as well, like
Emmett standing up to Douda. That was a pretty big one.
Yeah, because he looks like he might be losing Keisha if he keeps on with Douda. So he got that gun back from his dad.
Didn't use
it. Practice in the mirror. And he went to Douda's. Douda spent a lot of time in that
garage.
That shop.
You might as well be working there.
Really? Where's your office? Where is anything? And so without thinking, without having a good plan, you stupid Emmett is going to run up there with the gun in this man's face. You don't know if other people have guns on you. You back down. He knocks you down. And you still try to threaten him. You try to be a big man. And then he knocks you to the ground. You did stand your ground. You said everybody, they mess with you. They're just, what did he say about Douda?
So they mess with me, and they just work for you.
They just work for you. They don't really respect you. So when things go down, when somebody needs help, they're going to help the person that they mess with, opposed to the person that they just work with. Usually, people you work for, you don't like them anyway. What else happened in this show? It looks like I said before, Jemma looks like she might be signing that artist, which is Barkari's sister, and she has to do something or she's going to have to go to college. Big deal, big deal.
Kevin is moving to LA, it looks like.
Yeah, Kevin told his parents he's moving to LA.
And he walked into the house when Dre and his mother were arguing, and that was also something else.
Yes, so Nina's upset that Kevin's moving to LA. She made a big to-do about it, and she kind of pushed Dre to the side. When Dre tried to intervene, she's like, Dre, I got this. Like, this is my son. You stay out of it. And that's why Dre moved to the side the way she did.
She was like,
Okay. You remember that, but she was really happy for Kevin. She cheered him on, and he had all the things he kind of needed when he gets to LA, a ride, a place, and it was all covered, and she was happy for him. The mother was not. And the mother's a little salty at Dre because I guess we're supposed to see this relationship that Dre might get back with her ex-fiance. It's important to have this girl in her life. She was kind of having a little tiff with Nina about it. Nina wants to know, why do you need her? You have me. And Dre says she needs a lesbian friend. She doesn't have any. And her wife is not her friend. So someone she can kick it with. And she said that lesbians, after they deal with each other, when they're done, they can have friendships after that. Just friendships. So that was her argument there. They had the men's group, the men's circle that Victor set up, and the youngins were a part of it this week. Papa, Barkari, Jake, and Kevin. But everybody seems to have something going on. There's a lot of tension in the circle. They don't really talk details, but maybe details need to be spilled because these people really need help.
I think if one person spills a detail, Douda is done with.
Right.
Because everyone's problem is stemming from Douda.
Yeah.
Almost everyone in that room. Like, there's probably 2 people or 3, besides the young ones that were brought in.
Right.
If
they open their mouths, they'll find out who is the common denominator in so many of their problems, so many of their serious problems. They did graduate. They showed that, and Douda was there. Why?
Does he have any children?
Really? Who are you here to support? Nobody wants you here. He tried to get, and I don't know, Barkari was there, but he didn't graduate.
Barkari was there for...
He was there for Papa.
And Lene.
So what is
Douda's connection with the graduation?
Really? What is your connection here? Just scaring the people of the community?
And when he showed up, he was trying to talk to Barkari, and then Shad and Victor, I believe, stepped up and were like, you can't talk to him without us here, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And after they say that, it looks like Douda's looking over at Papa's father.
Yes, he sure did.
And that was a death stare.
Yes, it was.
And then Papa's father's dead.
Yeah, it bothered Douda that much.
That someone looked at him.
That's good people. Good people bother him. Good people that want nothing to do with him bother him.
That won't accept his money.
That won't accept his money. If he can't get control of you, you're gone. If you did something wrong, that's one thing. But these people were like, just leave me alone, killing innocent people. A man that has a child that he's just now graduating high school, a wife,
a following at his church.
Yes.
Dude, something gonna get done.
So in Douda's eyes, he's taking the snake's head off, because in his mind, he's poisoning the people against him. So he's going to the root and just killing Papa's father, and then everyone will be afraid again. And but maybe it just won't work out this time, especially when your own people within your own organization turn on you. Watch out. I hope it's Nuck. Nuck might get to him before Rob.
Or Barkari.
Or Barkari.
Or Papa.
But that's another thing.
Or Emmett.
It could be very much Barkari, because you took out his dad. You know what I mean? His only family.
Right after you beat him.
After you beat him. And he disciplines with instruction and love and discipline. You do it with violence. And he's going to see where his problems lie, and you are the problem. So it just might be Barkari that handles Douda.
But it could be Lene. I believe it could be Barkari or Lene's older brother. He might stop Barkari because he sees how Barkari used to be like him when he was younger. And he doesn't want Barkari to be like him.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be him.
It could be.
Or Bakari's sister. There's so many new factors.
Yeah, I know.
Douda needs to be aware
I think Bakari's sister is saved because she is going to be next. Everybody's going to make money. They got Jemma with this girl who can rap, and she's really, really good. So I'm sure she can get a hit and elevate Jemma. And you got Kevin elevating himself. So I think Bakari's sister is going to stay till next season. Then you got Kevin moving to California, asking asking Maisha to come with him.
Which might drag Barkari, his sister. You don't know. Kevin could just drag the Shy to LA.
I think so. It'd be the Shy La. Lena Waite, if you use that 10%.
Or the law.
Or the law. The law.
From the Shy to the law.
Right. The spinoff. Oh my God.
It's a pair of sneakers, I believe. Chicago to LA.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, they're already thinking about it. Mm-hmm. See, it's already out there. It's got promo and everything. So, what else happened?
I believe that was it.
All the pertinent stuff. Okay. All right. That was it. I'm sure we're going to see the funeral and all that next week. More sadness.
Hopefully Douda isn't there.
Yeah, and hopefully somebody can handle Douda.
Get it done.
Get it done. Okay. Thank you guys for staying with us to the end. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And I thank you in advance. But we got to go, because why?
We got living to do.
Bye.